Hi.
Hey,
So this is Sherry and this is Bob.
Mm-hmm.
So Sherry came in with some Hashimoto symptoms, right? And what were the primary symptoms that you were having? What kind of problems were you having?
Extreme fatigue, a lot of brain, you call it brain fog, I call it brain drain, where I just feel like I'm just, no energy, a lot of craving foods and wrong types of foods, some menstrual issues that were real bad. Those were the main struggles, and then there were digestive issues,
right.
with constipation and different things like that.
And how long had you been battling with these symptoms?
Well, I think I've had Hashimoto's for about 25 years. When I was pregnant with my youngest son is when I believe that I actually came down with it, but I wasn't actually diagnosed with it until about 7 years ago.
Oh.
And when I was diagnosed and they gave me the thyroid medication, it did help relieve some of the symptoms, some of the coldness and different things. And I did have a little bit more energy than I did before I started taking the thyroid medicine, but they never completely, I could completely resolve them with just the medication.
Right, okay. And as the spouse, watching her go through all this, what were the things that you were mostly concerned about for her?
What I noticed since she started treatment with you was the lack of depression. It seemed like all those elements that she just described just added to this depressive state she was in.
Right.
So since she started the treatment with you, it's like basically disappeared.
Wow.
Because I think we talked before about either being physiologically or psychologically violent. And it wasn't psychological, I don't believe. I believe it's because of the diet and all the things contributing to it made it.
Right. So here we are 4 months later. I mean, how are you feeling?
It's like a whole brand new world.
Like what things got better or what things resolved?
Well, the fatigue and the brain drain, I mean, it took about 3 months for the brain drain, probably 2.5 to 3 months for that to completely resolve, where by 2 o'clock in the afternoon it wasn't like I just want to go home, I have nothing left.
Right.
That is completely resolved, which the whole emotional outlook is completely like a 180.
Right.
It's just completely different. I don't feel like I'm struggling so hard just to live,
Right.
but I'm actually enjoying life more.
Nice.
And
nice.
so those are the main things.
And I guess you mentioned the cravings. You would give into these cravings and eat some bad food, and then that would make you feel more depressed, and then that would make you gain weight and inflame you and worsen all your symptoms. So you're in this vicious cycle.
Absolutely.
And so the cravings we ended up resolving, and so that helped a lot of other areas as well.
Right, because it's easier to eat right when you're not, it doesn't feel like you're just dying for something. You know?
She's been battling, like I said, it's almost 30 years of marriage, battling this cycle of trying and then giving up and then trying and giving up. And like I told you earlier, after nearly 30 years of marriage, this is the best she's ever felt. It's just like a miracle to us.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And you'd been with other nutritionists or dietitians to try the same thing.
It was actually a nutritionist that helped me to come to find my Hashimoto's, because when I would go to a nutritionist or something, they'd say all my symptoms sound like thyroid issues. And they got me to a different doctor that finally diagnosed my Hashimoto's. But the nutritionist, helped me with diet and helped me with vitamins and stuff. But these symptoms didn't resolve until I started working with you.
That's awesome.
And just the whole protocol and everything that we're doing, the supplements and how you did all the testing to find exactly what's problematic with me and dealing with those specific issues have really seemed to just make all the difference.
And your approach to the immune system was like really impressive. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I want to note here that Bob really helped you out a lot through this whole process. I mean, him doing the diet with you and encouraging you and keeping you on track, that was huge. That's a lot of your success. So
yes.
I'm really pleased that you were involved so much with that, because I don't, sometimes it's a make it or break it situation with a spouse.
Right. It is easier, especially when you're first doing the diet. The first couple months are a little tough.
Yeah.
And when you have someone that's supportive, it really makes a difference, because at first you don't always feel better.
Right.
And once you start feeling better, then it's easier to do things. But when you're not feeling better and you're just saying, I'm going to because I'm kind of cynical, and it's kind of like, I don't know about this,
Yeah,
you know.
me too. And it's a lot easier to be supportive when you see changes happen.
Yeah.
You know, because I can get discouraged when you're trying, it's not working, it's not working. And so, since the beginning when we started with you, it's just like been very encouraging.
Good. I'm really pleased to hear that. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good for you. Thanks very much.